1, 2, 3 easy wheel. This is like a wheel I made, and I think I made it in like the 1, 2, 3 easiest way I could possibly do it. So maybe there's more, but anyway, this is kind of cool because I can make whatever kind of rim I want, and then I could just add the tire part. I'm going to show you how I did this. So let me just start over again with a new, bam, start over from scratch. I'm going to be putting this into my game, so I don't need the camera and the light. I'm going to start off with this cube here. And, well, first let me cut it in half, edit mode, and then just add a loop cut over here, bam. And then go to transparency. Oop, let me just turn on the screencast keys. I kind of always forget that. Okay, press N to put that away. All right, so I added a loop cut, and then I put on transparency so I could select through all this model and press X to delete the vertices. So now I have half of it. Then I just took the ones in the back here, I selected them, and from the front view, I just pressed S and scaled that out. And then I selected the bottom ones, and I press S, and I press Y to scale on the Y-axis to scale those in. Okay. And then I probably could make it a little taller. So I'll select everything with A, and then S and Z is the blue line to make it taller. Okay, so I did that. Now right there, that's that blue, no, sorry, that orange dot is the middle. Let me just go into object mode here, and let me select my object and press G to move, and Z to move on the Z axis only. And just move that up a little like that. Okay, so I made this shape, and it's going to be able to, now I want to have the shape spin around in a circle. So I'm in object mode. Let me add a curve. I'm going to add a circle shape because, yeah, my wheel is going to be in a circle. And right now it's right here, but it's kind of like flat. So let's just rotate it 90 degrees up. Bam. And so the wheel could be bigger. We'll just make it a little bit bigger. So that's my shape. This is the thing I'm going to rotate around. Let me pick the object I'm going to rotate around and add a modifier now. So the first modifier that I'm going to add is an array modifier. And the second modifier that I'm going to add is well, let me just show you that the array modifier is there, but right now, see it's going this way. It's going on the x-axis, so I want it to, instead of go on the x-axis, let me put that as a 0 and move it on the y-axis. Let's see how that looks as a 1. And you can see they're side by side. All right, so that's my array modifier, and the count is right now 2, but it could be 3 or whatever. We'll work that number out afterward. So this is the array modifier. Let me shrink it up, and then I'm going to add another modifier for a circle to deform in a curve. And this is red because I didn't give it the curve to deform around. Thank goodness I added this circle. So I'm going to pick the circle, and now it's deforming around the circle, but the axis is on the y, the axis is on the z. I mean, the axis is on the x, the axis is on the y. Let's see which axis matches up better. It's basically the y-axis that matches up better. It's just that right now it's kind of like the shape of it is not what I'm like expecting. It's kind of going like that. So what I want it to do is, I guess I have to rotate my shape again. So I'm still in object mode with the shape selected. I go back to here, and see how I could rotate it to change it to be more rotating around like the way I want it to. Why is it tilted off to the side? Something's wrong. Let me see if I did 90. Bam, hard 90. The shape may be a little bit wide, so let's try to make it a little skinnier on the Y. Okay, that's a little bit better. And it looks like in the middle it's kind of crashing into each other. So let's try to, I'm still in object mode. Let me select the curve, and then let me look at it straight on. Let's see if I can just like scale out so the shapes don't crash into each other. Okay, that's better. Now we'll go back to this and the modifiers. So the curve, it is going around the curve. All right, so let me shrink that. Now let's look at the array one. That is how many go around the curve. Fixed count of 3 fit the curve. And, I guess I got to pick the curve to fit. And it kind of only went around halfway. So maybe instead of offset of 1, I could say offset at 2. No, it just seems to be going around halfway. So then I just kind of picked the count. What's length do? Didn't work. So I just picked the count, I didn't like try to figure out that. And I just add enough so that they kind of match, but now I have a little bit of a gap of space there. Now what I'm going to do to even that out is I will just play around with the offset. So that's 9. Let me try to increment. That's 1. Let's try 1.1. Yeah, I'm sure I could do math to make this fit right, but I'm not going to get that detailed. So 1 had it like 1.02. How about that? Getting so close to get a nice curve, but so let's try this. Let me try 0.5 here. And then, let's see, the count was 11. Oh, so it definitely has to be bigger. Let me see if I put 1 back again. So 1's kind of cool because you see they're each touching each other. So to find the magic number, let me try scrolling this. Tick-tock. Tick and tock. Ooh, there you go. 1.4. Let me try 1.35. 1.35. Okay, it has to be higher. 1.4. 1.5. 1.5. And that's too much, so up. 1.45. It's too much. 1.44. 1.43. Oh no, that's 3. 1.43. Anyway, I'm not looking to be perfect. I just want something. So now I have that wheel doing this thing. Now why is it moving back from the middle? Did I do something to do that? Oh, I have this Z offset. So let me say 0. There. Now it's still in the middle. And I want it to be on both sides. So when I make a wheel, I could use it on the left side or the right side of my car. So you know what? Let me do another modifier. See, this is my array, which I'm kind of satisfied now with. And I got the curve, so the array goes around the curve. Now let me add another modifier, the mirror, so that it looks the same on both sides. So right now the mirror is not actually doing it on the right side. So not the x-axis, maybe the y. Not the y-axis, maybe the z. And it looks like the z-axis is the one that's going to do it for me. So I leave it at that. Okay, let me see how it looks without transparency for a second. All right, so that was my rim. I got the wheel. All right, now let's go and add another object here to be my tire. I'm going to add a torus, a mesh torus. And let's just flip the rotation 90. There we go. And now let me just lock on the Z and press S to scale this up to the edges. So I could do like this if I wanted, or I could do like this. I think in my other one I kind of had it like this, and now I have like a rim with a wheel, but the wheel's kind of like very, very round, so it kind of looks like a bicycle wheel. Let me just give it some more depth. So I kind of lock it into this view on the Y, and then I press S and X to lock the scaling on the X, and now I could give it more of a radial tire look. There. And you know, that's the wheel that I just made. Ta-da! Wow, you made it to the end of the video. I'm so proud of you. Maybe you want to see more videos, and maybe you want to check out my website, omarvision.com, where, in the tutorial section, it's a collection of all the videos I've ever made, and these blue links are the actual projects, and the orange links under the videos are the actual assets that are used in the videos. And if you want, you could also search here, much easier for things. If you're looking for something, you type in a word and press search, and it will reduce the videos that show anything about what you just typed in. Hey, drop me a like, drop me a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.